This is about you and your nest egg. How much monthly income will you want when you retire? Now, some of you may not be thinking about retirement. It may seem like it's a long way off, or it may be even unpleasant to be thinking about retirement. But you may have children or grandchildren that want to go to college. You may want to travel. You may want to start a business. You may have a dream about a vacation home. You may have medical bills that you need to pay. Will your nest egg provide money for life? Now, my dad passed away about 2 years ago. He was 97 and a half years old. He was retired for 35 years, most of which was spent actually at their vacation home in the Thousand Islands, New York. He and my mom used to joke about the fact that, gee whiz, we never thought we'd live this long. So how will you make your nest egg grow and provide for money for the rest of your life? What's the very best investment you've ever made? What do you think the average person says to that question? Most people will say, my house, the very best investment I've ever made. Real estate. But I'm depending on the volatile and unpredictable stock market to where I need to get to go to retire. What's wrong with this picture? If I can show you an alternative real estate investment that's even better than the house, would you consider that for diversification, for kids' college, for retirement, or general wealth accumulation? When I was 3 years old, my parents bought a 50-acre farm about 20 miles north of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I and my two brothers grew up there. The folks kept the farm for 32 years, and of course, during that time, my dad really wasn't a farmer. He was from New York City, but he had 3 sons, so he had slave labor on the weekends, and we supplied that. After 32 years, the folks sold the farm for 100 times more than they paid for it. Land made the difference in their lives. And I learned what the value of land can do in the path of growth. Did you know that 30 to 40 years ago, down here in San Jose or Orange County, you could have bought the average house for about $25,000. And we know what they're worth today. Somewhere between, let's say, $500,000 and $750,000. 20 to 30 times your initial investment. But at that same time, if you had driven down the road 5 to 10 miles from where you bought that house, you could have picked up about 3 acres for about the same price, $25,000. Today, you would be worth right around $4.5 million. Now, these are examples from the past, but I've got good news. The population in California has reached critical mass. 1 out of every 8 people that lives in the United States lives right here in California. Appreciation happens much more rapidly. Recently, I helped a Vietnamese single mom buy a 10-acre parcel, and she watched it triple in 1 year. So if I could convince you beyond a shadow of a doubt that this option is better, safer, and surer than an investment in the stock market, and gives you the very best chance of reaching your financial goals without writing a check, without any penalties, and which would provide tax-free retirement income, would you be interested in finding out more? Register for a free report and find out whether land banking is right for you and whether it could help you hatch a $1 million nest egg.